Hey, what is going on? Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Listen, I forgot to go over the market in the last video. We got to make sure we do that because the market is doing what the market does. Celsius Network again in the news. I didn't go over that as well. We got to go over that for sure. By the way, get your old money doesn't want you to win merch. The link is in the description of every single one of the videos. We want to make sure we cover that for sure. The ladies are really liking this one right here for sure. They're really liking that. So make sure that you guys check out the link in the description for the old money doesn't want you to win merch. For the ladies, it comes in all different colors. There it is. There, it's pretty cool. I'm kind of proud of that, if I do say so myself. In any case, guys, look, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do it. First thing I want to make sure you guys that are part of the Celsius community, Celsians, if you will, that were harmed by, quite frankly, just mismanagement. If I said it once, I'll say it again 1,000 times. Alex Mashinsky didn't wake up one morning and decide to harm depositors. What happened is the CEO God complex happened. And instead of coming to the community and trusting us, he decided that he could try and fix it. And then one mistake led to another mistake, which led to another mistake. It happens with CEOs all the time. And it certainly will happen with a CEO who has had 2 other previous unicorns, okay, thinking he can solve the problem. And it just compounded and it got worse and the market wasn't on his side. And then there it is in the end. There it is. It happened and it's done. And so as much as I would try to be optimistic, ultimately you have to be realistic. And a reorg or current management is not realistic. But in any case, I'm going to Simon Dixon's upcoming space. Will you join too? I will enjoy. That will be at 11 o'clock. And I'm guessing it's 11 o'clock your time since they don't mention Central, Eastern, whatever. I'm guessing that's what that is. So on Twitter Spaces. So I'm going to that. They're going to talk about and ask me anything about Bitcoin, the current Ethereum merge, Chapter 11, Bank to the Future, and SALT and where SALT lending and what's going on there. I do have, when they talked about SALT lending being competition in the leaked document and audio from Alex Mashinsky, it's misleading and deceptive because he mentioned Simon Dixon and SALT lending. Celsius Network was in partnership with Simon Dixon and Bank to the Future. With Simon Dixon and Bank to the Future to do what now Simon has to do with SALT lending because of the lack of disclosures that Celsius lack of disclosures in the due diligence to move forward with Bank to the Future. Bank to the Future did not provide information. Celsius Network did not provide the information to move forward with what Simon Dixon is looking to do to move forward with SALT. That is the bottom line. And you just got to be honest with yourself and say, why weren't the disclosures provided? In any case, 11 o'clock your time. If you want to learn more, get up to date, I highly encourage you to follow at Simon Dixon, TWITT, and get on this AMA space as well. So Celsius is seeking to sell stable coins to generate liquidity rather than getting other financing like a DIP. This is from Celsius official community of unsecured creditors. The hearing is October the 6th. We will review to make sure account holders are protected. Here's the motion. The UCC right now for me has been a big fail. I think that they are personally children playing an adult's game. The behavior for me suggests that. And what I mean by that, that they are just being outplayed here. Not savvy enough to understand what ultimately is going on here. Or it's just all the guys and they've just been working with Celsius Network from the beginning because I commented on this. I'm like, heck no. Say no, vote no as many times as you possibly can. And it says to provide liquidity. What liquidity? What liquidity for what? They want to sell the stable coins that they have to generate liquidity. Liquidity for what? This type of stuff should have been done prior to the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. You should have come to the community. Alex and management, you kept asking us, right, to trust you, but in the moment of decision, in this critical moment, you had the fork in the road. You had an opportunity to come to the community and ask us to trust, to say, yeah, we trust, come to us with the solution. Just come to us with the truth and let us decide what to do. You didn't put faith in us. You wanted us to put faith in you, and you didn't put faith in us. You went on the CEO God complex thing. There are plenty of people at Celsius that will confirm and attest to that. Period. That's the bottom line. So now you come into with this thing here. You lost all of trust in the community. You lost it. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work. I just don't think that is going to work. So it's some interesting stuff. Crypto Law put this out. Senator Toomey on the SEC and Gary Gensler's overreach of power. Take a listen to this, because again, Senator Toomey was the only one with any kind of ball.
The SEC risks politicizing the agency, slowing economic growth, increasing inflation, and possibly even undermining national security. So given the importance of these issues, Banking Committee Republicans have written to the SEC asking basic questions about how the SEC developed the climate disclosure rule. Instead of providing real substantive answers, the SEC has been stonewalling us. The SEC
has been stonewalling. And again, in the Crypto Caesar's home, we're going to put our vote where our generational wealth lies. For me, got to flip it around in the House and Senate and wherever, got to flip it around, because the fact of the matter is one side is more favorable towards this new asset class than the other. One side is more in the banks of the banking regulators and the incumbent financial regulators than the other. That would be the Democrats. I mean, it's as simple as that. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments, because as far as I can see, that the Dems are in pockets of the banking regulators and the incumbent financial system. They don't want to see this new digital asset space move forward. And the Republicans are just, quite frankly, more open, more willing, and more accepting of this new digital asset space. I mean, it's just right there. Here's another great thing from JV. This is just really, I just think this statement from Gary Gensler is one of the dumbest things ever. Take a listen.
And I know your view that whether or not a digital asset is a security is a facts and circumstances analysis. I know your view that the SEC has very broad authority. But you've also made it clear in the past that Bitcoin is not a security. Now, some SEC staff have also previously said that Ethereum is not a security. The SEC's DAO report characterizes Ethereum as decentralized. So here's my question briefly, and without getting deep into the weeds on this, and I acknowledge your belief that most tokens have a large degree of central control, but generally speaking, is it fair to say that a significant factor for you in whether or not a digital asset is a security is whether it is centrally controlled or decentralized?
Well, I look to the Supreme Court that's often written about this, probably close to a dozen times in 50 years, and it's whether the investing public is anticipating profits, and that includes anticipating profits from appreciation as well as from, as you mentioned, rights, based upon a common enterprise.
It's the dumbest thing ever. And JV says, anticipating profits based on appreciation. So for all of the sneakerheads that buy the latest Jordans on the release dates only to sell them at a later date, Come on, laptop. Only to sell them at a later date. Where's that? Those shoes are now securities because you are all awaiting the appreciation of them to make a profit. It's lunacy. And until we flip Congress around, you can hold the SEC, Gary Gensler, as a whole. If you can call him to task, unless you can do that, he's going to continue to do these dumb things. And Republican Huizenga, Representative Bill Huizenga, said this as well. The chair should not simply pick and choose when and where he will testify. I urge my Dem colleagues in the House to immediately schedule a hearing with Gary Gensler and the full SEC Commission so we can discuss issues impacting hardworking Americans who participate in our markets. And again, I say to you, are you going to put your money where your generational wealth lies? Because the Dems are not holding this dude to task, and this dude is working on behalf of JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. That's where his 150 to 200 million net worth comes from. That's what he knows. This dude, hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend, was not publicly selected. He was publicly elected. He was not publicly elected. He was privately selected and ushered to the front of the room by the banks and the banking regulators. You got to get that. I hope that makes sense to you. Let's go to the market real quick before I forget. The total cryptocurrency market cap is $1 trillion. The Bitcoin dominance is at 37.7%. Not a great number. Bitcoin's at $19,684 again. Ethereum is at $1,451 again. And XRP is at 33 cents again. Listen, guys, I'm going to end this. I'm going to wrap up this XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to fix this broken YouTube sub count somehow. We're going to break it because, again, it keeps getting up to 76, 7,700, and it goes back down every single time. I don't understand why, but we're going to fix it. We're going to break it. No matter what, however, we're going to continue to bring the noise and continue to bring content to each and every one of you. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my freaking videos. Don't forget to hit this like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it.